Hey guys, in today's video I have my monthly manicures. I have everything listed in my little notepad here. I'll start off with these two ORLY polishes, which are from the Deep Wonder collection. I did do a review and swatches in a separate video. I'll have that linked up in the cards. I only picked up 4 of the polishes. These two are the ones that I wore as full-on manicures, and these are so pretty. Oh my god, I love this collection. I thought it was really beautiful. The only two that I didn't pick up were the 2 creams, because I had no interest in the creams. And I feel like when I think of Deep Wonder, I'm thinking a little bit of interest, a little bit of shimmer, glitter kind of situation. I'm not really thinking creams at all. I did end up wearing Nebula, which is described on their side as a grape color. This to me right now looks purple, sometimes it looks blue, so it's like a bluish purple with a silver shimmer in it. This has a fantastic formula. It is a 1 coater, but I did add 2. It looked kind of denim when I swatched it and when I wore it. In some parts of the day it looked like a denim blue. This one is a Retrograde, which is the duochrome kind of beetle looking polish. I love this. I adore this so much. I love this color. The depth of this green is beautiful. The duo in this, on the sides of the bottle, what I see is blue and purple. Some people were saying that they didn't capture it. They couldn't see it on the nails, and some people asked me if it was captured on the nails. It is captured on the nails, but it's not as pronounced as it is in the bottle. Well, on the nails though, it's a little bit more faint, but I do see it indoor and outdoor. At least that was my experience. I would see it more on the outer part of my nail, and then as I moved my nails around, depending on the lights that were hitting it, I could capture the duo. So pretty. But in the center part of the nail, the core color that you see is this very deep green. I have painted polish here. This is called Squash and Sleet. The base of this is on the orangey kind of muted side, and then it has these blue flakies in there. They're kind of foil looking. It reminds me of those the foiled little stuffing paper for gifts. That's what it looks like, and it has smaller or varying sizes of the little flakies. I love the contrast of the blue and the orange. I think it looks really great. In the bottle, the little flakies shift from a blue to a purple. That is not captured at all on the nails, and if you look really closely you can see that little foil finish, but it's not overly noticeable. So really great formula. This one got a pick at me at 2 coats. I have China Glaze's Maliboo-boo, and this guy here I wore in October or November, I can't remember now, but I remember the first time that I put this guy on the nails, it was very cottage cheesy. Like, it had chunks of thickened polish in it. It was very, very strange. So I didn't end up wearing it because I was kind of turned off by it. And then I tried it again in January, and I don't know what happened in October. I'm not really sure what caused that whole situation. I don't know if there was polish or like a little portion of the polish bunched up, and it was just weird. But this time around it was a solid 1 coater. Oh my god, so good. Great formula. The base of this is more of a charcoaly gray, and it has some holographic shimmers in there, but then you get a little bronzy kind of shift in the polish that is captured on the nails. It's so pretty, and it's a 1 coater. I mean, super awesome formula. But I did add 2. Of course, my nails were a little bit longer at that time. Sad story, you know, I had quite a few breaks in the month of January, which irks me so much. I'm still growing out my little nub here. It's coming along. I can't wait for them to get a little bit longer. I can deal with this length, but this right here is like a no-go for me. It turns me off from painting my nails, actually. A more recent manicure that I wore is from OPI. This guy is from the DS line, and it's called Reserve. I picked 2 polishes up from Trans Design, which I did mention in my mainstream nail polish haul. I'll have that linked up in the cards. I'll have the more recent nail polish videos linked up in the cards. This guy here is a very soft pink, and it has holographic shimmer in there, and as well as larger holographic little particles. They're not perfectly shaped, I would have to say, and I like that because it kind of catches the light on the nail, so those kind of pop just a tiny bit more than the holographic shimmers, although you can see the holographic shimmers on the nails. This is really beautiful. A couple coats for full opacity, and then it has this warmth to it. It has this very fine dusting of, it looks like a peachy gold, almost like a bronzy little very fine dusting of shimmer in it that is captured on the nails depending on how the light hits your nails. I thought this was really beautiful. I know the DS line is on the expensive side, but I picked it up or I picked this guy and the other two that I have from the DS line. I picked them up from Trans Design, and I want to say on their site they have it for a little over $6, which is still really good. Trans Design is a discounted website. By the way, somebody asked me to do a video on where I shop for polishes, so I'll do a video like that. I'm not very complicated, guys. I keep it very simple. I don't go hunting for things. It's just it's not that serious for me personally. It's just like you know, I'm more of a convenient shopper and kind of a thing, but I will go ahead and do a video like that for you guys. The next polish here I have is from ESSIE. Let's see, where did I put it? This guy right here. This guy is called Starry Night. This month I wore polishes that, a couple of them, that I've had and were untries for me, just a couple. This one was one of them. This is not the original version of Starry Night. I never owned the original. The base of this is more of a dark navy blue, and then it has some blue glitters as well as some silver glitters, and you see the blue glitters as well as the silver shimmers or the silver glitters in this, but the silver glitters, because the base is covering it and it's kind of a little translucent, a little jelly-like, it changes the color of the silver little glitters that are in here, so it kind of turns them into this light blue. It's really beautiful. It looks like midnight and then the sky is just filled with stars. The next manicure that I have here is a project polish little combination. Lots of you guys loved this manicure on Instagram, as did I. This was beautiful. This is Kerry Blossom from OPI. I have the full size, but I'm working on this little mini from my project polish. So it's a very beautiful kind of purpley berry tone polish. Mine always takes 3 coats. Somebody said it always takes 2 coats for them. I think it just depends on how you apply your polishes. Sometimes I go in with thinner layers of polishes, so for me this one takes 3 coats. I love this. This has been on my toes almost the entire month. Every week I change my pedicure and I put this right back on because it's the perfect toe color. And then I topped it off with Green Ocean. Green Ocean, okay. I love Green Ocean from SinfulColors. This is my favorite topper from the drugstore by far. This and the Northern Lights from I&M. It's a holographic topper, but this beats that one by far. This guy here has blue little shifting circular glitters as well as flakies, kind of translucent flakies that shift from like from a green to almost a translucent kind of green. Oh, it's so pretty. And the base of this is on the jelly side, a very transparent green jelly side, super faint. I feel like if you would to put this over a white though, it would probably change the color, so I tend to stick with colors that are already saturated, like Kerry Blossom for instance. And I would love to top this over in orange. I think I commented or replied back to a comment because a lot of the comments that I got were, I've always just topped this over a green. I never thought to top it over a purple or, you know, like something like this. But the way that I see it is this is a green kind of blue. Top it over an orange. Look, can you imagine how great this would look? And I've seen people top this over a black. It looks super amazing. I've done it over a green. I've done it over purple with a purpose. Now I've done it over this guy. I feel like the opposite color on the wheel, the color wheel, this would look super awesome. I want to top it over everything. I've recently actually also topped it over Zoya Caitlyn, which I did a paint your nails with me and then mattified it, and I used the OPI matte top coat for that. Oh my god, I love that manicure. I loved that manicure. Now this guy here, because it has a little flakies, you do need to kind of press some of them down because they tend to stick up, so just be mindful of something like that. But I did top this guy over these two in this last this last month, and I adored both manicures that I got out of it. I know they re-released it because I've seen it recently, and some of you guys have confirmed that they did re-release it. So I would like to get maybe 2 backups of it, because seriously, out of all the toppers that I have, this is the one that I've used the most. This one and the I&M Northern Lights, they're the ones that I've used the most. And toppers, I don't tend to do toppers very often. I'm just not into them. The next manicure is also from a Project Polish. This guy here is called Surf Spray from Revlon. It's part of the perfumery line. And this guy here is a very sheer kind of sea blue, and it looks like it has a little shift of a very fine dusting of a very fine blue shimmer in it. That's somewhat captured on the nails, not too much. This guy here takes maybe 3, I think I did 3 or 4 coats. Very similar to Ostentatious Turquoise from OPI. You need a lot of layers, but the formula of this is so thin, so it doesn't take forever to dry. I actually topped it over this guy, which came in a duo with another polish from Nails Inc. Let me see if I can pull it out to show it to you guys. Let's see. It's not essentially a topper because this is one that can get opaque at a few coats, and maybe you can see the nail line, but this is kind of a sheer polish, and it's a very kind of ethereal looking polish. You get a little shiftiness of blue-green, and then it has like a very light pink base. But it is so sheer that I thought, let's pair it up with this guy and see what comes out of it. Oh my gosh. Adore. Adore. Like, adore. I loved this manicure. So pretty. This didn't overpower this guy because I could still see this guy coming through, but my nails were constantly shifting. The pictures do zero justice for this manicure. The little shift that you see in the pictures, I was capturing that all the time, just depended on how I moved. I was moving my fingers around. It was just such a beautiful duo. I'm actually gonna do that manicure maybe in the next couple of manicures. I'll see, because I try to go back and forth between Project Polish and then some of the polishes that are on my seasonal rack. But anyways, these two came in a little duo from Nails Inc. And this guy here was called Dream Dust. Another one that can get opaque on its own, and then Rainbow Wishes was the one that came with it. Just thought I would share the duo, not that I wore the Dream one. The next polish is from Butter London. This was part of the Allure blah 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 blah. This one here is called Disco Nap. And this guy here has a black base, and it has these finer and chunkier metallic silver glitters in it. This is a textured polish. I liked it, but I was not overly thrilled with it because the black and the silver just wasn't really doing it for me. It is a really beautiful polish, do not get me wrong. At a couple coats you get it completely opaque. It's super awesome. I think because I wore it in January and I was over the kind of New Year's kind of manicure, because I've been wearing my polishes a little bit, but I'm a little bit behind on wearing polishes that I wanted to wear within like a certain time frame. I just wasn't in the mood for it, but I wanted to wear it because this wasn't a tried polish for me. And great formula, looked beautiful. I was just not into it when I wore it, sadly. If the camera moved, it's because my battery was dying. The next manicure that I have here is another one using Kerry Blossom from OPI. And again, this is from my Project Polish, but I wanted to share it with you guys because I did some stamping and I'm so excited about it. I'm not very adventurous when it comes to stamping. I don't know how to combine. I did a very simple manicure using Kerry Blossom, again 3 coats, and I used the Uber Chic Beauty. This is in Lovely Leaves. I know, yes, a fall stamping plate, but I was in the mood for stamping and I was in the mood for some leaves. So I used a little plate right here. It has little vines, and not little vines, but it looks like little grape plants or something like that. I don't know. Point is that I really like that manicure. My nails were at a length where I really enjoyed them. I'm really heartbroken that I had to cut them down. The next manicure here is from China Glaze. And this is from the Hunger Games collection. This guy, what am I saying? It's like a pinky kind of nude polish. Couple coats for this guy here. I did do a holographic top coat with this guy, which is the I&M Northern Lights little guy here, just for a very soft bling. So I wanted a kind of nudie neutral polish, but I wanted something a little bit extra, so I did top it off with this guy, and it added a little bit of extra interest, but nothing out loud or anything like that. It served its purpose when I wanted to wear it. I'm not a very nude kind of polish wear on a regular. I have to be in the mood for it. The next manicure is using two from 90 Lacquer, two of the polishes that I mentioned in my indie polish haul. Sorry, my nose is very itchy right now. So I pulled these two guys here. This guy is called Cat in the Christmas Tree, which is a green jelly with, it looks like green holographic little shimmers. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I think this took a couple coats. I wanted to wear them by themselves, but because I couldn't wait to wear them both, I just paired them both up together. And I also wore Stuffed, which is a curly, and this guy has an off-white base, and then I see some kind of reddish garnet looking glitters in here, some holographic in here. It has some multiple colors in here, which is so beautiful. And I think this one took a couple coats as well. Super awesome formula for both of them. This guy here, which is called Stuff, does dry to a textured finish, so a very thick top coat, if you don't like a finish like that, would fix that, or at least smooth it out a little bit. But I really enjoyed the manicure of these two. The next polish here is from Different Dimensions. This guy here is called Eat, Drink, and Be Scary. The base of this is more of a kind of murky green. It looks a little bit dirty, and then it has these multi-shifting little glitters here that you get some pink, some orange, some lighter green, kind of like limey green, I would say. And it's really beautiful. I do like how this looks on the nails, and you capture the little multi-shifting glitters on the nails, but I kind of wish that this base, it's a little murky. I feel like if the base was more jelly, it would be more beneficial to the glitters, because I feel like in some areas it kind of dirties the glitters up a little bit, if that makes any sense. But it's not. It's a little bit more, let's say, milky looking than jelly looking. I do like how it looks. I just don't love it as much as I thought I was going to love it. So that is Different Dimensions, Eat, Drink, and Be Scary. The next polish here is probably the biggest disappointment to me out of the entire month. I wore this in December. I wore this in January because I wanted to keep wearing it to see if something would change. The color is very pretty. It's more of a kind of pinky taupey base, and then it has these silvery shimmers in there. And I think I've heard people say that it has holographic. I don't see the holographic in this at all, actually. I don't have an issue with the polish. I think I got opaque at two, 3 coats, which is not bad. This is Butter London, by the way, and it's called All Hail the Queen. I don't even know if I mentioned that. The issue that I have with this polish is that it stays tacky the entire time. I don't know what it is about it. And I think the mistake that I've made in the last couple of times is that it's the first time, I think it took a long time for me to put a top coat on because I thought it was dry, so I was kind of doing things around the house, and then I was going to top coat it later, and then I dinged it and it moved the polish. Like, it never fully dried for me. And then the next time I put a top coat on, I did let it dry a little bit, a good 5 minutes before I put the top coat on, and it was a fast drying top coat, and yet still an hour later or so I dinged it and it left an indentation on my nails. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed because I've been wanting this polish for so long. I've been holding off on purchasing it. Just kept holding off, and I finally, I'm talking years later, picked it up. And then to have the experience that I did, I was like, I will share with you guys what's on my nails right now. This is the Project Polish once again, and then I pulled this guy here. I don't think I had worn this before. This is from Sinful Colors. I'm trying to pair up polishes from my Project Polish with untried polishes so that I can get more use out of polishes. So I've been doing toppers a little bit more. This guy here is called Teal Midnight, which has a teal jelly base, and then it has some blue green, and some of these kind of shift to a purple. It's whatever. I topped it over this guy, Goodbye Shoes from Nicole by OPI, which is really beautiful. It's like a dusty kind of green. I think I'm gonna get rid of this guy because although I see the little glitters, I don't really see the point of holding on to something like this because it doesn't wow me at all. So this is gonna be going into a declutter pile to give away. By the way, my mom takes a lot of my polishes that I give her or makeup that I give her. She takes them to Nicaragua because a lot of people don't have either these polishes or don't have the means to purchase like the makeup or the polishes and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff that I declutter, I do donate. Some of them I give them away to family, but a lot of stuff my mom holds on to it and she'll take it because she goes every year to Nicaragua. And so this last year she took bags of polishes and makeup and stuff like that that I gave her. So anyways, I am gonna declutter this guy. It's part of the Bling It On collection. I don't even know when this came out, but it says it's a limited edition. At the beginning of the year, I did the Like-O-Meter on Instagram, which a lot of people were doing. So basically the Like-O-Meter goes through all of your posts throughout the year. So for 2018, for instance, it selects the pictures that got the most likes. I think it's called Nail Swatcher UK. Nail Swatcher UK, I'll link the Instagram down below. She did it for the month of January, so I'm assuming she's gonna be doing it every single month. And it gave me the idea, hey, let me mention the most liked pictures from Instagram at the end of every monthly manis video and show you guys the pictures or the swatches or manicures that you guys like the most. And I'll start popping them in here. Some of them were monthly manis, some of them were manicures for my project polish, and there was a one that I just swatched basically. And one of the ones that got the most likes is Kerry Blossom with Green Ocean over top of it. Surf Spray from Revlon, which is a project polish, this one, and Kerry Blossom. And this guy here was topped with the Nails ink, which you guys have already seen. Kerry Blossom once again with the Lovely Leaves little stamp here. I think that was a really beautiful manicure. Actually, I really like that guy. This guy here, DS Reserve from OPI also. Retrograde from ORLY was another one, as well as Nebula from ORLY. This guy here, my little snowman, this I'm not really a waitress from OPI, which I didn't mention in this video, or that manicure in this video, because this was a project polish and I've done this manicure already before. So it was dressed, I'm not really a waitress from OPI, topped with my little glitter snowman from Project Polish, as well as, funny enough, Different Dimensions, Eat, Drink, and Be Scary. It was a beautiful manicure. I just wanted a little bit more. And the other manicure that got a lot of likes was Fedora from C&D, which I mentioned in a haul recently, and now I've put that polish away. I thought I would share it just because I think it's really cool, those of you that follow me on Instagram, what manicures get the most likes, and then share them with you guys here, or what swatches get the most likes as well. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh god, I'm burping.